Strategy games commentary.
Hello, Dirty Lobster here with a quick yet important message. Saturday the 10th of November and Sunday the 11th will be a very special weekend. It's time for the first ever SC2ER tournament. It will be a 1v1 assassination tournament where the NG rules apply and you have to be part of the Steam group to be eligible to compete. However, it's an open group, so it's not hard to become eligible. To sign up for the tournament, simply get on the group discussion pages and navigate to the proper thread. A link to the right thread will be provided below in the description as well. If you want to join, sign up as soon as you can since we only have 16 spots available. The entire event will be live streamed and a link to the Twitch TV channel where it will be live streamed will also be found in the description below. For more information on the tournament, just go to the announcements of our Steam groups page. Oh, and before I forget, the winner and runner-up will both receive fabulous prizes. And now, on to the video of the day.
Hello strategy gamers, this is Strategy Games Commentary with another Supreme Commander 2 game, and it is a 1v1. But while that's running the initial mass build in the background, some future plans need to be explained, I think. And that is in terms of Planetary Annihilation. I'm sure most of you have heard about it, and yeah, I've backed it. I hope you've backed it as well, and when the time comes I hope to be expanding my videos into Planetary Annihilation. After all, it's a game that should be similar to Supreme Commander 2, and I have high expectations for it. And as well as that, for those that won't like the idea, there is also the second plan I have in mind. You've probably noticed there's mostly a lack of videos on my channel. I don't get one out every day like some of you may prefer, but to remedy that, you can always share your replays. Yep, you can use websites like Game Replays or Mediafire, and then once you've got your replay hosted on said website, you can always send me a YouTube message, on YouTube preferably, yep, YouTube, and just use the quote, use my replay, and give me the link for the file, and hopefully I can see your game, I can do a video on your game, and other people then can see your game. And so let's get on with this game. It's been already a minute or so and nothing's happened yet. Mainly because I forgot to unpause it during all that talking. Whoops, oh well. At least then you get to see the commentary from the start of the video. Can't be that bad, can it? Can you see, as always, the game is between myself, who is UEF, and up against Supreme once again, who is Aeon. And you can see I'm already queuing up this early air factory. I do love my scout. I really do love my scout, and you can see Supreme there marching straight forward to get those early tanks out. I would criticise this at this point in time and say you should build a factory where your comm is first. Once that's built, then march your comm forward. At least then you're getting some tanks out during that march. It's always worthwhile. Much like this. It'd be the equivalent of me marching my comm out here then building the air factory to build a scout. It'd be incredibly inefficient. And I hope you'll take my advice. You can see I'm just queuing up energy, all the mass points. Looks like after that air factory I went up for all the mass points. And Supreme is definitely going for 4 factories before he gets those last 2 mass points. That's an interesting choice. I wonder how well it'll work out for him. I honestly can't remember because this game was a bit old by now. Yes, I'm losing track of which games I've already done, which games I haven't. Wouldn't want to do the same game twice now, would I? Although that'd be an amusing comparison of commentary between the same game. Yeah, and it looks like Supreme is also planning on getting some form of air out as well. He's just started building the land factory. Fortunately, as my wasp was flying over him, so I seen it as well. Fortunate for me. I don't see the air factory being queued yet. Nope. Nope, and off goes my wasp to see better things, like an engineer going to a mass point. Like I didn't expect that to happen. So it was fun seeing it though. There, I did see it start building though, so at least I've got on the radar, and there's the air factory of Supreme building. Fortunately for me, I haven't done much else other than build mass points. I do have a land factory queued up next to my air factory. I'm sure you know what that's for. If you don't, shame on you. I'll give you a hint. Mobile missile launchers, air transport, round the map and drop. Thanks to this wall here, the response time from Supreme would be incredibly slow, allowing me to destroy most of its base with my mobile missile launchers. So that's the plan I've gone out for, but before that I do plan on using my transport to claim the outer mass points. Hopefully that will work in my favour. Hopefully I will have the time to do that, because doing so will sacrifice up to 600 mass before I have even my first land factory up. At least that's it. Just one of them started building now. Let's see, I've not even started building my transport yet, which is unfortunate. What am I doing? How slow am I being in this game? Maybe I was going for all the mass points first before going for the transport, who knows. But Supreme already does 4 tanks out, and I have yet got nothing but 2 bombers to defend myself. Fortunately for me, Supreme isn't being entirely aggressive as he normally is, especially when it's lobster involved. So it is saving me some time here. But I'm sure in a typical 1v1 scenario, this would be a very bad position for me to be in. I mean, that's 6 tanks from Supreme and I still have nothing. In fact, I've only built 1 tank now. I am way behind here in the land army. Fortunately for me, Supreme is being very cautious and is not rolling out yet. He's also still to claim one of his mass points, while I have all of them so far. And here comes the land factory, my second one. It's half built. I've also got a third queued up. Hopefully I can get that up soon. Hopefully before Supreme, as I do have more mass in him currently. We shall see if it pays off. Supreme is now building his last mass point, so any mass advantage I have will be quickly lost soon. My third land factory is building long before Supreme's. Supreme's trying to build a mobile AA. Mobile AA? That's a structural AA, but he did it on the factory instead, and soon my wasp will be no more because I pay no attention to it. And there it goes. Unfortunate, but I did see what I need to see, and that was 2 factories, every structure here, and a handful of tanks that was going to probably kill me. Fortunately for me, I do have my 3rd land factory up, and I've already sent my engineer up to the mass point up here to claim it and once again obtain the mass advantage. You can see Supreme's also building some planes there. I wonder what he's planning. Excellent, that's that mass point building. Once again, it's probably going to put me slightly behind until it's built, and it pays itself off in about 3 minutes. I say about. It costs 200 mass to build. It gives you a rate of 1.2 mass per second. That's about 3-ish minutes, maybe less. Yeah, they've got a long return time on what you put in for them. Always means that never try to build on a contested mass point, especially if you're going to lose it very quickly. It's nothing but wasted mass. You can see here I'm queuing up a 4th land factory there, still ahead of Supreme for now. Although that remains to be seen as it's still not built yet. Supreme's queued up his 4th now and 3rd even. He can't build it yet, but he has got a transport up. I have a transport up, and NG should be moving over here shortly, I hope. If he's not, that's bad news for me, because I'm not paying attention at all. Right, there he goes. I'm a bit slower than I should be, but yeah, well, there's no excuse for that. I'm slower than I should be. I am better than this, I know it. I mean, look, oh god, look at all these tanks from Supreme. And he is building his 3rd factory. I'm building my 4th factory. It's half built. I'm still maintaining some form of advantage on him, but in terms of pure tank production, he is whooping me. I have one factory dedicated to mobile missile launchers, 2 dedicated tanks. He has 3 dedicated tanks. Not looking good for me. I'm gonna have to do something to make up for that difference in numbers. Hopefully these mobile missile launchers will pay off. And here comes a plane from Supreme. If I don't see that soon enough, it's gonna scout my transport and ruin my plan. Although with Supreme having the same plan, oh god, it's anyone's game. He is, however, sending engineers over, and hopefully there's some way I can counter them. We'll find out soon enough. And yep, I was a bit slow in seeing the air scout, but hopefully my planes distract it and he does not get near enough my transport. So that's great for me as far as it's concerned. I do not have a transport. Just another unmarked plane, hopefully. I'm not sure, it might have not even been in radar range of that plane, so it's all good for me. Still 3 factories from Supreme, I'm on 4. The 2 extra mass points should be paying off quite well now. Quite well. And I've got a good few mobile missile launchers there. It may be time to roll out with some. And in terms of distance, although Supreme is taking a very wide berth, making sure he gets round my radar. Hopefully he will not succeed. That would be terrible news for me. Seeing that fighter bomber though, I am building more interceptors just in case, because you can never go wrong with too many interceptors. And it's like I'm planning on rolling out with my transport as well. Not too late it seems. And here comes my 5th land factory, just as Supreme's building his 4th. Right, now I've kinda caught up with him in terms of factory production, but he's moving out and he does have more tanks than me. I'm not going to sit here and count them because there's way too many to count and I'm too lazy to count. If only I could just... Oh god, I really hope... Speaking of what I was talking about earlier about Planetary annihilation, there's a few things I really do hope for it. Such as... better replay system. I mean, rewinding's a bit a long shot, it's always difficult in a scripted replay and such. Who knows, but I really hope they have more replay mechanics, such as being able to select units, being able to track units. I mean, just so you can get numbers. I mean, everyone likes to know how many tanks are actually there. I mean, you don't have to want to sit here and pause the video and count them, do you? But fortunately for me, my mass point, my radar and my factory are taking the majority of shots, so my tanks can actually do a lot of damage here. And you can see my transports going, Supreme's down there and he's moving in. Fortunately for me, I did have enough tanks, and thanks to my factory and mass point taking a lot of the hits, it has allowed me to easily dispatch those... that lost for words, that army. Best word I could come up with, how terrible. Yep. Necessary sacrifice and well worth it. It's easily rebuilt and probably cost a lot less than what would have for to lose all those tanks. But right now I see this transport and right now I have a major problem. I know there's engineers in that, they can sacrifice capture things, I've got to be very careful. I try a cheap tactic here, force fire mobile missile launchers, trying to aim at the transport, but I did aim right over it unfortunately, so I did miss it. But hopefully the few bombers there I have will be effective. And hopefully the mobile missile launchers will be able to do it. And as that's happening, my transport's unhindered. Nothing anywhere near in Supreme's back base. So far I have the advantage. I do control K2 of my factories. I want to make sure he does not sacrifice capture anything. And here comes a volley of the mobile missile launchers. 1 NG down, 2 NG down. Well, almost. There we go, he's trying to get them in his transport. He did get one in there, but look at the destruction. Yep, it's going well for me. He's in the transport. Time for my wasps. Where's my wasps? There they are. That transport's not long for this world, but Supreme has yet to even notice what's happening in his back base. Or at the very least, he is not responding to it in the slightest. Now he killed everything in his back base, slowly going out for his mass points, and Supreme's transport died before the NG could unload, and well, it's looking good for me. Time to start moving out and distract him even further. If he's focused on this army moving towards him, he's not going to move in his back base, but it's all for naught as he's already moving his comm back, and my mobile missile launchers can't do anything about that comm. At the very least, I have reduced them to 3.4 mass a second. 1.2, 1.2, 1. 3.4 mass a second. So hopefully that's good for me. And with pulling this army out, time to retreat back to my factories and get some shields on them. No point needlessly sacrificing units when I could keep them as protected as possible. I'm going for a complete minimization of losses here. I can't remember how many units I actually lost during this game, but I do know it's very few. I mean, you had the initial 1, 2, 3, the odd tank. 4 or 5. I mean, in that first skirmish we'd see about, what, 10 tanks died, so that's 15 losses so far. My transport survived, so still 15. Not lost a mobile missile launcher yet. Managed to distract his comm, splitting my mobile missile launchers into 2 groups. Managed to force a comm in between and get right past. Fortunately, I'm going to end up losing these mobile missile launchers no matter what. Although I did get the 2 mass points, and that is Supreme reduced to 1 mass per second. Right now I can take all the time in the world I need because Supreme cannot rebuild. Not for a long time. I save my 3 mobile missile launchers up at the back there, but the 6 at the front here are getting cornered by the comm. Will they kill anything? They already killed 1 factory, but they are going to die. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. But there's 1 death. 16. 17. Yep. 17 so far. Transport going. There was another group of mobile missile launchers in here. Oh, transport, no. Well, there's 18 plus probably another 10, 15. I've no idea how many was in there. I think it was another 10, so about, say 30 now by chance? I don't know. I'm just pulling random numbers out and hoping they're accurate. But it looks like it's an all or nothing attack from Supreme here. But I definitely have more tanks in them right now, but just because I have more tanks doesn't mean I need to be careless, and straight to the double factory shield, where my tanks are near immortalized, especially to such a small force. And there's a protection of the shields. I'm right in the center of them. Although I'm too far away to actually return fire. Unfortunately for me, I am going to lose a point defense up here. 31, 32. Back in the shield. Ah dear. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Yep, I'm definitely keeping count of my losses here. About to be 38 maybe. 38, 39. Yep, there we go. 39 losses so far. No point needlessly using my tanks on the comm when I could kill it with my comm. He's already half health. 1 shot, 2 shot. Moving my engineer out to repair. Realise that's a bad mistake with his comm there. You just gotta go for the engineer and retreat with the engineer. Yep, you can pretty much get this game. This game is kinda over. He's chasing his comm. He is actually slowly winning that. Putting in some bombers. Now the tables have turned. Can't even remember what I counted to, but I'm going to lose a few more planes here maybe. Nope. Did not lose anything to that comm explosion. I think my last count was 39, maybe 40 units lost. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Yep, that was a terrific game for me. A very slow and painful start, however. Far too slow. Far too many mistakes made. Far too careless. But I hope you enjoyed watching the game. You can always check out my channel for more, and you can always subscribe. So, yeah.